It's really windy, and here we are throwing some new Latitude discs. A Brave, which is a 7-speed understable, and we've got a Strive, which is a 13-speed understable. And as you can tell, it is super windy, but I haven't had a non-windy day in a very long time, so this is about as close to not gale force that we've had that I could throw in. So I'm going to show you what these discs do in a tailwind and a headwind. And at the moment, this field where I throw is a very strong headwind. And I'm going to throw both of them, and I'm going to compare the Strive to like a thrasher type disc. And then I'm going to compare the 7-speed to another understable 7-speed that I throw, which is called a Rhythm. And let's go from there. So let's go. To start us off, we've got a Grace, or we're going to throw 2 Graces just to warm up a little bit. Yeah, lit. And then we're going to throw the other Grace just to warm up with. I'm going to try get a little bit more spin on it. There we go, a little bit more glide. Yep. And now we're going to throw our Strive prototype, which is this beautiful pink bad boy. Gonna try put it on a little bit of hyzer because it's a headwind, and let's see how it flies. That's kind of how it flew on hyzer. Now we're going to throw a prototype. It's not a thrasher, but it's the Discraft version of, well, yeah, I can't remember the name of the disc that it's prototyping, but it's a thrasher for all intents and purposes. Cool. And now we're going to throw our 7-speed. We've got the Latitude Brave 7-speed understable. It does a lot of gliding, but it also does a lot of flipping into a headwind, so it's most likely a 7.5 neg 2.1. That's kind of what I've picked it as. Let's also throw this on hyzer and see how we go. Yeah, kind of what I expected. And then we've got the Rhythm, which feels like the same disc in hand to me, or very similar. The Rhythm's got this narrower rim. Yeah. And then just for funsies, because I really like throwing this disc, we've got a St. Pro from the Kristen Tatar box. And I'm such a fan of that disc. Cool, now I've got to go get them. So we're going to throw these flat and see how they rock and roll. We're going to start with the Braves this time. The Brave and the Rhythm, so we'll throw the Brave first, just dead flat, straight towards the house. Cool. And then now we're going to throw the Rhythm the exact same way, dead flat towards the house. Yeah, not a headwind disc, that Rhythm. Now we're going to throw the Strive, dead flat towards the house. The wind's kind of dropping a little bit, but that's okay. Oh, late release. It's fine. And now we're going to throw our Thrasher. dead flat towards the house. And there's now I'll go get those. All right, so overall, our disc review. We've got a Strive and we've got a Brave. I'm a big fan of both these discs. I particularly enjoy the Strive, more so than the Brave. The Strive is probably going to be a disc that would replace my Grace on a day where there is little to no wind. For me, they go almost the same distance, but the Strive it goes with the wind more. It reacts more to the wind because it's more understable, which I know in New Zealand we play a lot of windy courses, so it would have to be a really not super windy day for the Strive to make my bag. In terms of the Brave, I would say the exact same thing. It would have to be not particularly a windy day for that to make my bag over the rhythms that I currently bag, because I bag two types of them. But in terms of the Latitude 64 discs, I think they're both, if you're only bagging Latitude, they would 100% go straight into your bag, both of them. The Brave reminds me a lot, of a rhythm and also kind of an FD. It's got the same kind of flight path. And the Strive really reminds me of a Kahoo XG. If you have ever thrown an RPM disc, it's like a flippy Kahoo, colloquially, or a Kahoo XG. And I would probably give the Strive the same numbers as that. And the Brave, very much a rhythm, and it falls in between my flippy and straight flying rhythms. That's my review of the two new Latitude discs. Disc numbers, I would say, 13.5 neg 2.2 for the Strive, same as a Kahoo XG. In terms of a Brave, I would say like a 7, and then a 5 or a 6, and then probably a neg 2.2 or a neg 2.1. In my opinion, it's quite flippy, but I probably also just got a flippy one. The understable discs that have neg 2s in them, so that's kind of how I would score both of them. If you're still here, thanks. I apologise if the audio does not come through. Yay, that's fun.